The Fiery Fall. Denzel Washington's epic clash on the Jennifer Hudson show. It was a crisp autumn morning in Los Angeles, the kind where the sun filters through the smog like a reluctant spotlight on a fading star. October 3, 2025, marked what should have been a triumphant return for Denzel Washington to daytime television. At 70 years young, the two-time Oscar winner was riding high on the buzz from his latest directorial venture, The Book of Clarence 2, Redemption's Edge, a gritty biblical epic that had critics whispering, masterpiece, and box offices trembling in anticipation. Jennifer Hudson's eponymous talk show, now in its third season and a beacon of joy in the fragmented TV landscape, had snagged Denzel for an exclusive interview. The promo clips promised laughs, life lessons, and maybe a soul-stirring duet. After all, Jennifer had once serenaded him into tears back in 2023 with a haunting rendition of Sam Cooke's "A Change Is Gonna Come" during a more innocent AFI tribute. The studio on Sunset Boulevard buzzed with anticipation. Audience members, a mix of wide-eyed millennials clutching Denzel fan art and boomers reminiscing about Training Day, filed in clutching their tickets like golden relics. Backstage, Jennifer Hudson, EGOT darling, powerhouse vocalist, and the queen of heartfelt confessions, paced in her emerald green pantsuit, her signature smile masking the nerves of interviewing a legend. "Denzel's not just an actor," she'd told her producers that week. "He's a force. Like Hurricane Denzel. We gotta keep it real, but light." Her team nodded, visions of viral moments dancing in their heads. Denzel dropping gems on fatherhood, faith, and that unyielding Washington work ethic. Denzel arrived fashionably late, rolling up in a sleek black Escalade that screamed, untouchable. He stepped out in a tailored navy blazer over a crisp white shirt. No tie, because who needs one when you're Denzel? His salt and pepper beard groomed to perfection, eyes hidden behind aviators that had seen more red carpets than most lifetimes. His entourage was minimal. A stoic publicist named Marcus, who'd been with him since Malcolm X, and a young intern clutching a thermos of Denzel's infamous pre-show elixir, a murky blend of ginger tea and something whispered to be holy water from Mount Zion. Denzel cracked a grin as he hugged Jennifer in the green room. "J. Hud, you still singin' like an angel," he rumbled in that velvet baritone. She laughed, swatting his arm. "Only if you promise not to outshine me, Mr. Gladiator." The chemistry was instant, electric, like two old souls recognizing the rhythm in each other's chaos. The taping kicked off at 10 a.m. sharp, the theme music swelling as Jennifer bounded onto the set, all sequins and sunshine. Welcome back to the Jennifer Hudson Show, where we celebrate the kings and queens who make us believe in magic. Today, we've got the one, the only, Denzel Washington. The crowd erupted, a tidal wave of applause that shook the rafters. Denzel sauntered out, waving like a benevolent emperor, settling into the plush guest chair with the ease of a man who'd commanded stages from Broadway to the White House. The first segment was pure gold. Jennifer dove in with softball questions. Denzel's early days in Mount Vernon, New York, dodging street fights to chase acting dreams. The pivotal role of his mother, Lenny's, who sold her car to fund his first headshot, his unshakable faith that had carried him through the 90s Hollywood grind. Denzel leaned back, anecdotes flowing like aged bourbon. "You know, J. Hud, success ain't about the spotlight, it's about the shadow work. The prayers at 3 a.m. when the world's sleepin'." The audience oohed and awed, Jennifer nodding furiously, her eyes misty. She even pulled out a surprise, a clip from their 2023 AFI moment, where her voice had cracked him open like a walnut. "You made me ugly cry on national TV," Denzel chuckled, dabbing an imaginary tear. Laughter rippled through the studio, warm and genuine. Ratings were already spiking in the control room, this was Emmy bait. But then, like a storm cloud creeping over a picnic, the conversation veered into deeper waters. Jennifer, ever the empath, wanted to unpack Denzel's vulnerable side. "Denzel, in the Equalizer series, you play this avenging angel, right? But off-screen, you've talked about battles, addiction rumors in the 80s, that divorce scare with Pauletta in the 2000s, even the whispers about walking off sets when things got too Hollywood phony." She said it with love, framing it as admiration for his resilience, but Denzel's posture shifted. His jaw tightened, just a fraction, the telltale sign for anyone who'd studied his micro-expressions in Fences. The audience hushed, sensing the pivot from fluff to fire. Denzel set down his water glass with deliberate slowness, aviators now perched on his head like a crown of thorns. "Look, Jennifer," he began, voice dropping an octave, "I appreciate you going there. But let's clarify. Rumors are just noise from folks who ain't paid their dues. I beat my demons in church basements and on prayer mats, not in tabloid ink. And walkin' off sets. Nah, that's called boundaries. Hollywood wants you to smile through the bullshit, but I ain't built for that." Jennifer, quick as a jazz riff, tried to pivot. "Absolutely, and that's why you're iconic. Speaking of boundaries, tell us about the Book of Clarence, that scene where Clarence defies the Pharisees. It's pure Denzel fire." But the damage was done. The air thickened, electric with unspoken tension. What happened next unfolded in a blur that would spawn 1,000 TikToks and TMZ exclusives. A stagehand, overeager in the wings, misinterpreted Denzel's intensity as a cue for the next segment, a pre-planned, roast reel, compiled by the producers. It featured bloopers. Denzel flubbing lines in American Gangster, a viral clip of him scolding a reporter at the 2013 Oscars for prying into his faith, and, fatally, a satirical skit from Saturday Night Live where he played a comically grumpy version of himself, barking orders at imaginary crew. The screen lit up behind them, canned laughter blaring. Denzel's eyes narrowed to slits. "Turn that off," he said, not a request, but a command that echoed like thunder. Jennifer froze, her producer headset crackling with panic. It's just fun. Lighten the mood." But Denzel was already rising, chair scraping like nails on chalkboard. "Fun? This ain't fun. This is y'all trying to make a circus out of my life. I came here to talk truth, not be your damn clown." The audience gasped, a collective inhale that sucked the oxygen from the room. Whispers erupted. "Is he serious? Oh snap, he's heated." Jennifer, the ultimate pro, stood to de-escalate, her hand outstretched like a peace offering. "Denzel, please, sit, let's talk this out. We're family here." But the fire in his eyes was biblical, a blaze forged from decades of typecasting, slights, and the weight of black excellence under a microscope. "Family don't ambush family, Jennifer. You sing like Aretha, but this feels like betrayal." He gestured wildly at the screen, now frozen on his SNL caricature, lips curled in exaggerated rage. A producer, hidden in the shadows, hit the wrong button, emergency lights flickered, and the applause track looped mockingly, amplifying the chaos. That's when it ignited. Denzel, in a move straight out of Man on Fire, snatched the nearest prop, a crystal vase from the coffee table, meant for a sponsor shoutout, and hurled it toward the monitor. It shattered midair, shards glittering like fallen stars, eliciting screams from the front row. "Enough," he roared, voice booming over the din. Jennifer backed away, hands up, her face a mask of shock and sorrow. "Security," someone yelled from offstage. 2 burly guards materialized, but Denzel wasn't having it. He shrugged off Marcus's restraining arm, pointing a finger like John Crew in Courage Under Fire. "Tell your bosses. Respect the art, or don't invite the artist." The altercation spilled into the hallway as security escorted, herded, him toward the exit. Fists weren't thrown, but words were weapons. Denzel railing against tokenism in talk shows, Jennifer trailing behind, pleading, "This isn't us, D. Call me later, we fix this." Paparazzi swarmed the loading dock, flashes popping like gunfire. "Denzel, what happened? Jen, is he banned?" He stormed to his Escalade, door slamming like a guillotine. "No comment," Marcus barked, but Denzel paused, turning to the cameras with that piercing gaze. "Truth hurts, but lies, they shatter." Then he was gone, tires screeching into the LA haze. The fallout was Armageddon for morning TV. By noon, #Denzel vs Hudson trended worldwide, racking up 2.3 million tweets. Clips, grainy cell phone footage from audience members, went mega viral. The vase smash replayed in slow-mo, Jennifer's stunned expression memified into, "When your idol snaps." TMZ broke the story first. Denzel Washington booted off J. Hud's set after vase throwing meltdown. Variety followed with analysis. A clash of titans, Washington's old school integrity versus Hudson's feel-good empire. Social media split like the Red Sea. Denzel stans hailing him as king refusing the crown of fools, while Hudson loyalists cried foul, she was just vibing. He's gatekeeping greatness. Behind closed doors, the machine churned. Jennifer's team aired a heavily edited episode that night. Vase incident excised, replaced by a technical difficulties bumper and an impromptu performance of "And I am telling you I'm not going." She addressed it tearfully in her monologue. Today was raw, y'all. Denzel is family, a giant. We hit a nerve, and I'm sorry if it hurt. But conversations like this, they heal. Ratings soared 40%, proving scandal sells. Denzel's camp went radio silent at first, then dropped a statement via his reps, Mr. Washington values authentic dialogue. The segment crossed into caricature, which he could not abide. No hard feelings, prayers for all involved. But the ripples spread far. The Book of Clarence 2 reshoots were rumored delayed as Denzel retreated to his Virginia estate, holing up with script revisions and Bible study. Whispers linked the blow-up to deeper wounds. A recent Variety profile hinting at his frustration with woke washing in Hollywood remakes, or unresolved tension from Hudson's 2024 Oscar snub for The Color Purple remake, where Denzel had lobbied hard for her. Insiders speculated jealousy, Hudson's EGOT glow-up eclipsing his own late career pivot to directing, or simply the exhaustion of a man who'd carried the torch too long. Weeks later, redemption flickered. On November 1, 2025, Halloween, fittingly, a joint Instagram post dropped. A black and white photo of Denzel and Jennifer, arms linked at an AFI gala, captioned, "From Shards to Harmony. Truth builds bridges. #forgiven. No details, but sources say they'd reconciled over a private dinner at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles, trading war stories and laughs till dawn. Denzel even gifted her a custom script, Echoes of Fire, a drama about two icons colliding and emerging stronger. In the end, the fiery altercation wasn't a boot, it was a baptism. Hollywood learned. Legends don't shatter quietly. They explode, illuminate, and rebuild. And as the credits roll on this chapter, one thing's clear: Denzel Washington didn't just survive the storm. He became it. Fade to black.